Hi everyone, in this video I will walk you through how to search for a job in Brainer and define the criteria for the analysis. This is a key step to make sure candidates are evaluated against the specific requirements of the role. When you log into Brainer, you will see this landing page. The evaluating jobs means jobs that you are currently receiving candidates automatically. If you have clicked Start Evaluating, you will find the jobs here. In my case, as I will start working on a new job, what I will do is search for the job, click here in the search bar and search for the job that I am looking for. In my case, the lead backend demo. I will click on the role and I will be brought to the details in Brainer so that I can check that this is the job positions that I will be working on. The next step will be coming to the Analysis tab, where I will extract the requirements from the job description. When I click here, Brainer will go and extract and propose a first draft based on the job description. Okay. Here is where you will come and add all the different requirements that you will analyze for the position. Our suggestion is that if you doubt of including a requirement or not, just include it. You can include it here as neutral, as the neutral won't count toward the scoring. Okay. The distribution of the score will be 80 points to the mandatory and 20 to the preferred, equally distributed. Okay, so in this case here I have 4 requirements. Each of them will weigh 20. Because for the mandatory we will have 80 points. Here, for example, we have minimum of 7 years of experience in backend development project. As you can see, I'm setting the seniority. I'm looking for a minimum of 7 years of experience in backend development projects. I can also, if maybe I'm looking for someone not too junior, but not too senior, I can say less than 15 years of experience in backend development projects. Okay, and I will add this as mandatory. Okay, I can also drag and drop requirements if I want from preferred to mandatory, and if I want to edit a requirement, I can do it from here. Okay, if I want to delete, I can remove them by clicking here in the X. Good. So I'm including also bachelor's degree in computer science, software engineering, a related technical field or equivalent practical experience. As you can see, I can be very specific and say bachelor's degree in computer science or software engineering, and I will be looking for only those degrees, or I can be wider and look for a related technical field. I'll let the model decide what the model will understand as a related technical field, and I will include more candidates in this requirement. Okay. I can include location requirements, must live in the United States. I can also look by industry. A candidate must have worked in the food industry, for example, or candidate must have worked in at least one of these companies, and you copy and paste the list of 100, 200 companies. Maybe you're targeting the competition and you can copy and paste the list. Here I'm including, for example, experience working with NoSQL databases. If the candidate has any experience, no matter if it is 1 month, 2 years or 10 years, it will be a yes. So if I want to set the seniority, I can say 2+ years of experience. Familiarity with TypeORM or TypeGraphQL. Maybe familiarity for me is something, for you is another thing, and for the model is another thing. So if I can define maybe the number of years of experience in these technologies, I can do so. And as you can see, I'm using a Boolean, so if the candidate has any experience in one of these ones, it will be a yes. Okay. Remember that you can also include requirements related to pre-application questions. Okay, so maybe expected salary or work permits or anything that you include in the pre-application questions, you can use it to create requirements here in the criteria definition. Okay. I will save changes before moving forward, and here we included a score simulation so that you can check that the mandatory weigh more than the preferred. Okay, and you can also simulate and see how many points a candidate will score if the candidate does not meet this or partially meets this requirement, and here you will find the score. But again, this is to simulate. This won't change the scoring, okay, the scoring distribution. It will remain 80 and 20. After we have defined the job requirements, we can also change the candidate insights. By default, we will have current company, current role, and location. This is customizable. This is information that will be extracted from the candidate's information. In the name, we will include the reference, the label that this insight will have, and in the description we will include the instruction that we will give to the model of what we expect as an output. In this case, the city where the candidate currently lives, okay? And the output can be text, number, date, or yes, no, okay? I will add, for example, LinkedIn, and I will ask the model to specify the LinkedIn URL of the candidate, okay? And as a result, I want a text, and I will add the insight. Here you can include any information that you want to have available and visible in the table. You can include it here, okay? Cell phone, LinkedIn URL, any information that you would like to have there, expected salary, anything that you find important and you want to have visible in the table, okay? I will save changes, and after I have defined the requirements and the insights, I will come to the candidate tab, okay, where I will be able to continue with the process. Here, remember that we have two buttons. We have the import, where we will make a single import. Maybe if we are calibrating criteria, we will bring only the first results. So I will filter by stage, new lead and new applicant. Maybe in your case it is applied or review. And we will bring the first 10 or 5 results, and we will check if we are comfortable with the results. If not, we can modify the criteria, okay? And once we are comfortable, we will start evaluating, where we will select which initial stage from where we want the brainer to import candidates, okay? In my case, new applicant are the initial stages. And once we click start evaluating, candidates will be brought automatically from the ATS from these stages, okay? Well, hope this video was helpful. If not, please feel free to reach out. Thank you.